right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well, peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect Akim, teaching and preaching this truth throughout the four corners of this earth. Shalom to the men, women, and children listening and learning, part of the Bible, Shadow Wadah, the House of David, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, including the Israelite foreigner, the speckled bird, who throughout Israel being scattered. All right, looks like the heathen nations, but their bloodline from their father's side goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, this is Brother Karatazar coming back with a part 2 lesson. All right, and this one's going to be entitled "The Prophets Knew." All right, it's going to be a part 2 of or an addition to the series that I started called "Reincarnation is Biblical." In the first lesson, I went over um, Job 19 and 24, I believe. And we're going to hit that again just for a clearer breakdown, or 19 and 26. Yeah, we're going to hit that again, later on in the series, or later on in this lesson, and just for a clearer breakdown. I feel like I could have been more direct with it. Okay. But without further ado, we're going to get into this lesson, and Lord's will be edifying as always. All right. Slakia. I had to redo this lesson. I paused the video when it didn't pause, so I got to bring back some scriptures. I was almost finished with it too, so that sucks. But it is what it is. All right, Lord willing, this one be even more edifying. All right, let's just get started. Let's start here. I like how I went through it last time. So I could type right. In Matthew 16. All right. Again, this lesson title is "The Prophets Knew." All right, the prophets knew about reincarnation even back then. All right, and there's nothing new under the sun. All right, and reincarnation was a hot topic in the time of Yahushai's disciples and men trying to, men and believers were trying to figure out who this man was. All right, this is Yahushua speaking to Peter, his disciple. When Yahushua came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, "Whom do men say that I am? That I, the Son of Man, am?" And they said, "Some say that thou art John the Baptist. Some say Elias, who is Elijah, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets." Okay, so at this time, the disciples were saying, Yahushua asked the disciples, "Who are men saying that I am?" All right. In the reincarnation, men thought that he was either John the Baptist or one of these prophets. Right? He saith unto them, "But whom say ye that I am?" And Simon Peter answered and said, "Thou art Mashiach, thou art the Christ," which Christ means anointed. Right? Hamashiach is that in the Paleo Hebrew. All right, and it just means anointed, the anointed one, the Son of the living power. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, "Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but the Father which is in heaven." And you have to be a spiritual man and spiritually discerned to recognize, all right, and to understand reincarnation. All right, I believe the three types of men is the carnal man, the spiritual man, and the natural man. I believe that's in 1 Corinthians 2. Okay, save that for another lesson. All right, and prophets have always been there. Okay, but that little excerpt right there, all right, these precepts said that they were discussing. This was a hot topic of discussion. All right, we're going to prove some precepts to back that up. All right, Jeremiah 28:8 says, "The prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence." Now the prophets today are back doing the same thing, but prophets have always been a thing. All right, they have always been there. All right, they are the Lord's chosen. Okay, and you know prophet because they're doing the same thing. See, 1 Corinthians 14:32. The spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets, meaning that they're back doing the exact same thing today as the prophets of old were doing. Those prophets are back today. Revelation 10:11, and he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many peoples, all right, and nations and tongues and kings. Okay, was he prophesy? What was John the Revelator? What did the angel tell him? You must prophesy again. All right, many people, nations, tongues, and kings. Okay, John the Baptist died on the island of Patmos, but guess what? He's back today prophesying. All right, against Babylon the Great, against this beast system, the same beast system that he's in. Now, does he have any remembrance of the things that he did when he was John the Revelator? No. That says that in Ecclesiastes 1. All right, go back and watch the lesson I just did a couple of days ago called Got Milk. All right, reincarnation is biblical. All right, to go or go read it. Go read it for yourself. All right, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. See, that's what Paul said. You're going to come back doing the same thing that you were doing before. All right, Daniel 12:13. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days. All right. So Daniel said, "Go thou thy till the end be." What does the end be mean? Till you die. For thou shalt rest. When you rest, you're at sleep. You're sleeping. You dead. And stand in thy lot. All right. Let's look at that word lot. Let's actually get two words. Let's get rest. Let's see what that say. And let's get it. Lot. Rest. Settle down, remain. To leave, depart. Right, because when you die, your soul departs from the flesh. All right. To abandon your body, right? It's like Job said, you know, well, your spirit returns to the Father, but he said, better is the day that you die, than the day you be born. Okay, let's look at Lot. What does Lot say in the Hebrew? A portion. Going back to your portion, you reading rough stone. Let's see what Lot is. Let's see if we can find anything else. particular group, collection, or set of people. All right. Okay, so you're going to go back into that same section. All right. It says, a person's luck or condition in life as determined by fate or destiny. Well, we know that Yahweh Shimon Shai determines that when he made Israel separate, all right, he divided the lots. That's like we should go to Deuteronomy and see if that's the same lot. The making of a decision, no. All right, but a group or a person. And what does it say? Of a particular kind. Okay. The spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. Let's go, since I brought it up. Deuteronomy 32:8. Right, when the Most High divided the nations their inheritance, he separated the sons of Adam. Oh, that wasn't it. Oh, yeah, it is. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel for the Lord's portion. All right. And we just reading that lot is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. All right. So Jacob's portion gets the inheritance from Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Let's see. See, it's a different word here. All right. Measure, portion, part, region. All right. Now Israel is a person before a place, but the inheritance is the land. All right. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on because the lot where we were just getting into that Daniel was coming back. All right, Dan Saki got kind of lost in the sauce, you know. But Daniel's back in his lot today. All right, easiest way to say it is 2 Corinthians 14. All right, 1 Corinthians 14, 2 and 14. No, 2 Corinthians 14, where it says, "Subject of the spirit of the prophet, subject to the prophets." Daniel is back today prophesying. And guess what? So is Job. And this is the clarification I wanted to get. Slack for rambling a little bit. The Lord willing was edifying this Job 19 and 26. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh I shall see the power. I wanted to get this because Job is back. All right. And he's going to witness. All right. He's not back in the same body. All right. Because his body was destroyed. He died. But Job is back and he's going to see the second coming of Yahweh Shai. Here in Revelations 14. All right. It's like it. Revelations 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. And they also which pierced him. So those men that pierced Yahweh Shai, right, those Roman soldiers and those wicked Israelites that were a part of him, uh, you know, telling them to crucify him. All right. And all you other wicked two-thirds that, are prophet killers. All right. You're going to receive this judgment, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, this is the second coming of the Lord, but he's coming back to get those same people that pierced him, back in 33 AD. Okay? How is he going to get them? They're not that old. They're not 2,000 years old. Okay? No, they're back in their reincarnated flesh. Yahweh Shimon Shai is going to destroy them for things that they did in their past life. All right? See? We went into it a little bit. See, let's get Isaiah 14 real quick when we close out. All right, Isaiah. And then what's another one? Second Esdras. I went into these in my other lessons, but Second Edges 14. Alright, that's up. Isaiah 14, and it's going to be 21. He prepared slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of their cities. And it's talking about the Edomites. All right, they gotta own up to what their fathers did. Why? Because they still lived off that privilege. All right, and their past life. All right, they could have been the same ones that did this to them. Who knows? Second, this is going to be Second Edges 14:35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, through reincarnation, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to set it in place. All right, he's going to set it in place. All right, who deserves what type of judgment? All right, Yahweh has given him that power. All right, see, yeah. And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings. This Revelation 22:10. And he say not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. All right. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. You're going to come back in your lot. All right. For this end time judgment. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. All right. So where's your work? All right. Right. When we shall live again, then the names of the righteous shall be manifest. Yahweh Shah is going to do, going to redeem his people, or the righteous. All right. The elect of Israel. Everybody else is going to receive that other reward. So okay, I had a quick one I was going to go to, but can't remember it. All right. Give it a second. Lord willing, if I'm supposed to bring it out. All right. It'll come to mind. But with that, I'm going to close out, give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kakodash. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I say, Kwam Yasharala Wa Bo Bo.